Hello, 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 how are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner. And, you know, I got this. Now, look at this sucker, right? So, I'm looking at it going, what can I do with this thing? Like, I don't want to just punch circles with it. What am I going to do with it? It's huge, you know? This is like a 3.5-inch circle. I was like, what am I going to do with it? Well, let's design a pocket for it. Let's do that. So that's what I did. So this, of course, is the prototype for the pocket. And let me see here. There it is. Okay. Got one of my little handy dandy tags. So you've got a pocket here, and you got a pocket here, okay? And then there's a pocket here, and a big old pocket back here, okay? So, I'm going to show you how to do this. Easy peasy. This is easy, easy, easy. I'm going to get a supply list, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's talk about supplies on this one. Adhesive, scoring tools, scoreboard, of course your punch, trimmer, a sheet of 8.5 by 11, some paper to make it pretty. You guys know the deal. All right, so I'm gonna get these out of the way. Get some things out of the way here so we can, we can work in peace. Here we go. All right, so 8.5 by 11. We're going to put this in the trimmer, and we're going to make a few cuts. We're going to go at 3.5, 3.5, and this last one is very tricky, 3.5. That's waist. Then we're going to cut this into 2.25 and a 2.25 again. We're going to put those to the side. Then we're going to take these, and we need a piece that is 8.5 by 3.5, so this one stays, and this one, we need one that is 8.5 by 7.5, so we're going to take 1 inch off of this one. Oh, such difficult cuts on this one, right? That's waist. Now, this isn't waist because you can use this to make the tag or the journal card or something like that. So just set this to the side and save it. All right? We're going to get out our scoring tools, and we're going to be doing some scoring. We're going to take the first piece. Doesn't matter which one you use. Score it at 5 inches. A couple of light passes. Fabu. Same thing on the second one at 5 inches. Okay. That's it for scoring. Now we're just gonna, fold and burnish. So wherever there's a valley, turn it into a hill. Wherever there's a hill, turn it into a valley. Valley, hill. Okay. So now you have two pieces that have little flaps on them like this, and you have these two little pieces. So now, I'm going to tell you that these two pieces are going to go together like this, okay? And it doesn't really matter which, one you put top and which one you put bottom. That's not important. What is important is that once you decide which one you're going to put, you have to bring this up, and then in the middle here, you're going to want to put a thumb notch. So, I'm just going to kind of use my scoring tool here to put a little bit of a crease right there so I can see where the middle is. And I'm going to put a notch in here. And then I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to get my two pieces that I have that are 3.5 by 2 1/4, and I'm going to punch them. So I'm just going to put them in here. I'm going to make sure I got them kind of even. And I can punch them as deep or as shallow as I want. Woo! That was fun. Get those out. Alright, so now I have these 2 pieces and I have these 2 pieces. And before I do anything else, I'm going to get this ink. Okay? So I'm going to ink all my edges and my folds on all of these pieces. So I'm going to set those to the side for a second because we need to cut some mats to go on this. All right, so I'll be right back, and we're going to cut the mats, and then we're going to ink everything. I'll be back. Okay, so we have 4 surfaces to cover. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some measurements. Okay, so here's what we're going to need. We are going to need a piece that's going to fit here. Okay, it does not need to come all the way down because this piece is going to have a pocket. All right, there's going to be a pocket down here. So you see what I'm saying? So this does not need to come all the way down. All right, and then you're going to have your flap. And you're going to have another pocket on here. So you need to have a piece for here and a piece for this pocket. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. This first one is 4.5 by 3 1/4, and then you have 2 pieces that are I forgot. They are 3 1/4 by 2, and if you want to put something up here, this one up here, it is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so now I have all my pieces and all my parts and all of my mats. I'm going to get this put away. I'm going to take this. Keeping these are good pieces, you know. These, not so much. All right, so now I'm going to ink everything, and when I'm done inking, I will come back and we're going to put this thing together. It's easy peasy, very simple. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so this piece and this piece are going to go together. So all we're going to do is just put glue on 3 sides of this. Down here, across the bottom, and up the other side. Okay? Just like that. Then this piece gets lined up right here by this fold. Straight up. We have that nice and straight. Okay? Now there's our finger notch. Now we're going to take care of this piece. And this is the smaller of the 2 flaps. We're going to come across the bottom like this. Okay? So down the long side and across the bottom, opposite side of this. We're going to close that up. And that creates the first pocket here. If you want to finger notch this, I would recommend that you do that before you glue this down, or you're not going to be able to get that finger notch in. Okay? Then we're going to take our piece of paper, And we are going to ink this. And we're going to adhere it over that bottom pocket, okay? So glue. Lining up my finger punch. There we go. Okay? Now, these. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it on here where I want it. I haven't inked the top yet, but I'm going to get it right where I want it. And I'm going to punch it. That did not come out very clean. That's okay. That's what we have small scissors for. To clean up those things, you know? Alright. Now I can ink this once I glue it down. So I'm going to glue this down. I've inked 3 sides already. I just need to do this last side. Okay. And then just ink this part, okay? Then this gets glued on 3 sides. On the bottom. Down here. Whenever I mat something, I always make sure that I go over the very edge where I put that adhesive with my bone folder, because it kind of helps it to adhere, because you're trying to adhere around another piece of paper, okay? Now we're going to be doing the same thing here. Get it where I want it. And then we're going to punch this one out. I'm going to make my life easy, though. Ha 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 ha. See? See how that works? Glue down. You would think that I would have learned the first time and that I would have punched this after I glued it down. Glue it on the right side there, brainchild. Alright, and then ink. And then flip this down, and this is going to go right here. I'm not putting any paper back there. I know, right? Kind of weird. Okay. Get a little bit of a trim that I need right there. And I'll explain why. Whenever you are scoring paper, it kind of stretches the paper a little bit. So sometimes your measurements may not be exact. So don't get frustrated and think that you're doing it wrong. You're not. It's just that the paper's been stretched a little. Okay. So now I got that right. We're gonna adhere this right here. Okay. All right, so now I have all my main pockets. And again, this gives us a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket over here. Okay, so I'm going to be back in just a minute and we are going to make cards for all of these. I'm going to give you the sizes, okay? I'll be right back. So I have a scrap here of some beautiful parchment paper, and we're going to cut some cards. So the first one is 4.5 by 2 3/4. Now remember, these are based on where your glue line is. So if your glue line's thick or if it got wavy, it's not going to work. Okay, but, you know. And then we have a 4.5 by 2 1/4. A 4.5 by 3. And a 3 by 3. Okay. Still keeping that. It's still a good piece. Okay. Alrighty. So now, let's bring this over. So this one, the 3 by 3, is going to go in this pocket here. So I can decorate it up, you know. And then this one is our piece inside. This is going to be adjusted to go in here. It's a little wide. So let's try it at 2. See how that works. Two works beautifully. Here's my tip right there. So I'm gonna do this like right there. Perfect. And then this one goes right in here. And what we're looking for here is depth, okay? Is the pocket going to be deep enough now? I think it needs to have a little bit taken off the top here. That should help it go in and out a little easier. Doop. Oh, much better. And you've got your pull here to get it out. So now all you have to do is decorate all these pieces. All right. So that's it. That's my little pocket. You've got 1, 2, and how cute would this be if you actually just cut a circle? and decorated a circle for that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces here. And if you glue this into a book and you glue it this way, you could actually get a 5th one in there. So that's my little project. That's it. That's all I got. I will put all of the measurements and everything in the description box below, you know. And check out the community tab. See what I got coming up. Also, if you're interested, go down to the description box. There's some links down there, and it'll get you into the Facebook group and things like that. That's it. That's really all I have. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.